can't resist, 'cause I want to be your friend. But I also want to counter your spell. In my heart, love I carry. Let me play Teferi. La, 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 la,
What's up everyone, welcome back one more time. You know the deal, we play Historic Brawl and today we are going deep one more time into the HellQ. And of course we're going to play against Golos, because why wouldn't we? We are playing with Teferi, it's not like we are doing something very nice. So expect hell, expect chaos, expect pure evil and destruction. We are going first, so we will start with this island and try to brainstorm. Hopefully we don't brainstorm lock ourselves and we can find some lands off the top of our deck. Opponent playing Golos. We'll see which type of build this Golos is. Probably the Golos, just value Golos, not the janky gods version that we played like a month ago. Hopefully it's that build. Opponents in the tank. Alright, they play a Triumph. We will brainstorm. Alright, a couple of... just a land. But I guess we can scry something to the bottom with up, so... we might want to put Memory Deluge so we can draw it, Doomscar so we can scry it to the bottom. And Playthrum Portal, which can come down untapped and opt during their turn. So tactics versus Golos is to probably counter it, because if you let it resolve, so removal against Golos is suboptimal, because Golos pays for half of its own commander tax. And that happens when it resolves. So if we can counter it, then we really stop the Golos value. Sometimes Golos is just... his own goal is to just ramp you, you know? Find your best lands, find your world tree. Golos players will be oftenly happy just by casting Golos, because the other thing is that Golos, it's so much removal spells, gains so much attention, that you just focus on, let's counter this, you just focus on stopping Golos and the opponent is just working with other cards in their hand. So yeah, that's the trick, the tricky situation with Golos. I think now we have to pass with Memory Deluge up. And we don't have a counter spell, but there's no Golos this turn. Unless they have like Dark Ritual. Alright, the coast is clear to Memory Deluge then. Wow, I love the art in Memory Deluge. Such a great art. Memorable. Oh, opponent with the negate. All right. So now I think I played the Teferi hold up tail send. Come on, they are not running two counter spells. No way! No way! Oh no! And they even have the untapped land? They do. Wow. Alright, so that was crazy. I was not expecting two counter spells from the opponent. That is actually crazy. Goals, Disdainful Stroke plus negate. Like, Those are even 2 suboptimal counter spells, and they work perfectly against us. That's incredible. I wanted to play Teferi hold up Tail Send because I was sure it was going to resolve. Because Teferi untaps 2 lands, remember that. Wow, that was crazy. I mean, you see, we removed Golos, but he just keeps coming. We're going to counter him. But they are so ahead in lands. Wow, that was a crazy sequence. Okay, so how do we catch up here? Because we just have Farewell and the Maze Mind Tome. And I think we just have to dig for a counter spell. Because it's exactly what we were saying at the beginning. Just this Fateful Absence is not good enough. Goals can keep coming. Alright, opponent with the Binding. We will draw with Maze Mind Tome. Come on, something good. That's a land. Not going to tap out for Seagate Restoration, most likely. Another land. Alright, so we're just flooding here. Teferi? I mean, what can I do? Just Teferi, draw, untap? Oh no. Again? Seriously? Oh, whoa. I was super scared again. Okay, so Teferi is down. And yeah, let's draw. Take him up. More lands. Alright, so at least it's an Otawara. Untap these and these. Okay. Yeah, but opponent keeps ramping. This means that they can cast Golos infinitely. We don't have a way to stop the Golos cast. We don't have counter magic. Get out of here. Oh no. Ultimatum? Alright. I think we're done. Wow, what an amazing hand the opponent had. Like, super unfortunate. If we resolve the Teferi there, hold up Tail Send, this never happens. Like, never, ever, ever happens. Wow, these are the little things, you know, in Magic games that can swing a game. We will make them just cast Auron's Epiphany and at least we can kill Vorinclex. Those are the little sequences that swing the game to one side of the or the other one. The fact that they had negate plus Disdainful Stroke, the turn that we wanted to play Teferi and tap Tail Send, that's... And I don't think we had another better... Check the video out and tell me if there was another line, perhaps. On hindsight, yeah, I wouldn't do it. Okay, alright, okay, opponent. Yeah, you are playing a totally different game. This is brutal. My man, Menelik OP. I think you are OP indeed. Ulamog? Okay. So, what can we do? At least we can farewell next turn. We're not going to bounce the Ulamog. I guess we do nothing? Just hold up Otawara? I don't know why you keep playing this game. This is... Seriously, this is... Just... too much. Alright, we get meal for a bunch. We get smacked. Smacked down for 10. Opponent, yeah, of course they're going to have another brutal Planeswalker. They are OP indeed. Wow. We're going to bounce it because we don't have anything better to do with our mana. I mean, let's see if Farewell can dig us out of this situation. We can always make it come back. Alright, that's not too bad. Let's bounce these now. I wanted to... I was about to do it in their second main, but they were going to recast it again. Alright, Dobby's vetoed. So let's Farewell. Let's play this first. Play it untapped. I don't know why I played that untapped. There's no... We don't have the extra white mana. Alright, so we will farewell and get rid of creatures. I guess artifacts, creatures, graveyards. Oh, that's our own memory deluge. I mean, yeah. I guess they could have something. Get out of here. Alright, so opponent is playing a totally different game. Good game. Wow! Wow! What a start! We continue to play with Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, and we should be using the Spider-Man meme because we are facing against another Teferi in a mirror match, and they are going first. So, wow, that last game, brutal. But what can you expect from the Hell Q? I'm always expecting the best of the best. This is competitive. This is actually competitive Historic Brawl. I mean, I like CGB a lot, but him posting competitive Historic Brawl list as in they are the best in the form. I know what he means by competitive Historic Brawl in his own sense, like he's just trying to do this crazy combo control decks that can go off. Most of the time playing Paradox Engine and stuff. But when you're running lists like, I don't know, Jacob, whatever, I saw other lists that are running commanders that are not so powerful. You're not playing the actual competitive best of the best. And this is what it looks like. Actually going against these decks. But I'm not kicking on him, of course. Why would I? He's one of the best. Just disagreeing on the terminology. But I guess it's just a matter of concept, not on substance. I really like his videos. All right, so let's concentrate in our content, because we are actually in need of concentrations. This is a draw-go game. They are trying to do exactly the same things that we are trying to do, and we will just place our lands and just try to counter their best spells. I don't care if they play opts, I don't care if they cantrip. Usually when you're playing these battles, those are the spells that you let resolves, like this. You're not supposed to counter a Consider. You just have to counter the best spells. I'm not even going to cast this, because then they can untap, play Teferi. So patience, a lot of patience. This is what this deck requires. They didn't play anything. They're doing the same thing. So we can crack Fable Passage. It's not like we're going to draw a Brainstorm. And we need to make our land drops. We could have played Jewelry Disruption, but I just guessed that Jewelry Disruption still has some use in this situation. In these counter spells. In these counter spells battles. Otherwise I would have played Jewelry Disruption. Alright, draw go as it's like it's supposed to happen. Another cantrip for them. Scry 2, draw a card. We let that go. We need something that we can stick in the battlefield, so let's consider. That's something that we can do before their turn ends. Are they going to... Oh, I thought they were going to counter. Wandering Emperor, I think that's also a very good draw for us, but I don't think we are supposed to run it right now. Because we run into a counter spell for sure. That means that we could untap, play Teferi, but I just want to remain patient. I don't need to do anything when the Wandering Emperor has Flash. And now we have 6 lands and they have only 5, so we are ahead in lands. They lost a land somewhere there. And now we try to play Wandering Emperor. Oh, we love to see this. A Dismiss. Wow, we can spell Pierce it. Yep, we can spell Pierce it for sure. And this is brutal. Yes, you see? This is how you resolve this battle. Nice, nice, nice. Ladies and gentlemen, we continue the exploration of the Hell Q. Going hand by hand with Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. he takes us on this trip. And we have a nice rematch versus Goals. I really want to take this one. I want to take the rematch. The rematch. Maybe we can sort these things out with Goals in a third match. Probably in the future. But for now, we want to take them out. We suffer a loss versus them. And I think I'm supposed to consider here. Maybe I can find a fetch land later for a better use of Brainstorm. Alright, so we are on the play, which I like. Currently we are, not doing anything. These tails end useless, so we will Brainstorm. And put back our two biggest spells on top of our deck. It really doesn't matter the order here. Opponent brainstorms themselves. Alright, so now it's our turn, and I guess we are supposed to hold up Supreme Will. I don't think there's a use in rushing with this Mind Stone. Sometimes you will just try to play your mana rocks as fast as possible, but in this situation, I guess it's not the best play. Now we can play Mind Stone, because now we can hold up 3 mana up again for Supreme Will. Opponent Temple Gardens and passes. Alright, so we will keep playing Pass Go for a moment, and we miss our land drop, so I guess Jesus. I guess I can run to Fairy and see what happens. Maybe this is a little bit impatient, but there's nothing else that I would like to do. And I'm expecting these goals to not be able to deal with these easily. I mean, maybe remembering the first game, I should have expected some counter magic, but come on. Can that really happen to us again? Alright, Sail Sand. Yeah, we are looking much better now. And we are going to pass or go to our turn with an active Teferi, and this is where we like to really be. Alright, many things we can do. We can solve the equation, go find some good... Yeah, opponent scoops it up. Yes. That's 1-on-1, baby. Here we are for another round with the Teferi Hero of Dominaria, and we are facing, for a change, nice change, to face Narset of the Ancient Way. They are going first. Our hand looks... We don't have white mana. Our hand looks good. I'm going to keep. We need to draw white mana. Okay, Spell Pierce. So the Spell Pierce means I start with this island. Otherwise, I was going to start with a tapped Jawari Disruption. But right now, Spell Pierce means I can, yes, of course, counter a Search for Azcanta. And there's the white mana, just in time. Okay, we are making some progress here. Jeskai Narset. Oh, so this is probably a Jeskai Spell Slinger deck, for sure. It's been some time since I've played against Narset. This time, now that we have Syncopate, I guess Jawari Disruption is of much value if we play it as a land. We follow up with Castle Vantress, and we continue these draw-go plays until something happens. That's it, until something major happens. Ooh, drawing the planes was excellent for us here. It was excellent indeed. So now we will continue to not play spells and see what our opponent does. They are doing the same, so I guess what we can do is scry with Castle Vantress. Ooh, those are two good spells. I guess Charm is good, Swords not very good in this game. Yeah, There we go. So hopefully we can find lands for our next turn. That's where we can lose this game if we stop hitting our lands in time. Opponent castle vanquishes themselves. And 2 to the top. That is actually very scary. Maze Mine Tome. I guess that's okay. Or maybe we could lapse it. I guess we could lapse it, yeah, because them drawing Maze Mine Tome next turn, and they had another card on top from the scry, so this messes up with their scry a little bit. Not too much, a little bit, but that's the type of advantage that we're trying to gain to win this game. All right, so now we can counter Narset with Syncopate. Can you pay the 1? Nope. All right. And, ooh, we missed our land drop. Let's see. Let's take this extra turn just to find the land. I guess this is just to find the land. We don't. All right, so let's do it this way then. Big Daddy Teferi. Gonna come down, draws a card. Land? No. Wow. We cannot find the 6th land to save our lives. Well, that's a bit unfortunate. We have drawn like 5 or 6 spells in a row. I'm happy with the quality of our cards in hand, don't get me wrong. Super happy with the quality of the cards in our hand. Opponent immediately draws with the tome. And we can... I guess we can tempo them. Because if they want to do this again next turn, just make them spend 2 extra mana on that. I don't know what else we could do with the Brazen Borrower. We have very good cards in hand. But we are still missing land drops. So I guess we start by... I want to play Brazen Borrower. I play Brazen Borrower, take up Teferi, and untap the lands. I think this is the most efficient thing we can do, because there's nothing else that I'm going to play this turn. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I would much rather have played the Maze Mine Tome. So right there, I was supposed to take up Teferi. Now I discard Day of Judgment. There was no point in just running the Borrower, because the untap ability of Teferi is at the end of their turn, of our turn. So we could have a Maze Mine Tome. Alright, never mind. Let's counter this Elspeth. They counter back. We will pact. Counter Wars, baby, Counter Wars. Pact of Negation. Let's make sure that we pay for the Pact of Negation. Otherwise we lose. So we paid for the pact. Draw a plains at last. Draw with a fairy. Supreme Will is an excellent draw for us. That is actually an excellent draw, because that is an active counter spell we can hold up. Good. Narset. Supreme Will to the rescue. Wow. How convenient. Another counter. Oh, they had it. Alright. Good for them. Draw these cards, deal damage. Oh, they even... they had the Chromatic Orrery to deal 7 to Teferi. Oof. Brutal. Just brutal. Well, we have options. We actually have options. One non-option is to kill Narset. And the best way is to attack onto it. And then the options is we run Teferi, we can run Imrith, or we can run Discover. I don't think Heimrith is... We are supposed to play Heimrith. I think we are supposed to discover the formula, reduce the cost of our spells. We could run into a counter spell, but... I guess we're going to take a little chance on this. There's their tome. There's a Luxior for the Narset. Oh, well, I'm going to have to do it. There's nothing else that we can do. If they want to counter this, then we have a follow-up for that, for sure. Maybe they can counter it, but they won't. Oh, just a Prismari command? That's not too bad. Okay. He discarded Otawara and a Farewell. And we dropped 3 spells. Okay. Well, I like where we are. At least Emeria is a land. We're having so much trouble to hit our land drops. Okay, so we can play Emeria, put it into play untapped. I guess the way we win is to also accelerate our mana. So I'm thinking about Key to the Archive. Maybe Teferi first to... Yeah, I don't know. Teferi could be good for avoiding counter spells. But let's go first Key. Can also saw it coming. There we go. And whoa, these are really bad choices. How is it that everyone else, when they run Key to the Archive, they get the time warps, they get the whatever. We just got a Saki Lightning Bolt. Maybe it becomes relevant, but that's not what I was expecting. And I guess we can play Midnight Clock and still hold up Saw It Coming. Midnight Clock is one of these cards that is unassuming, but eventually it will go off. And if it happens, we are likely going to win the game. Okay, start the ticking. Wow, these are the games that these are the games that are so much fun to play. Opponent does nothing. They do nothing. Well, right then. We will go to our turn. What does this mean? So we have to be really careful. I guess one way we can stop them is by Teferi and protect Teferi with a Saw It Coming. If Teferi hits the battlefield, we officially are in the lead. Saw it coming? No. We also saw that coming. Yep, we saw coming, you saw coming. Do you have another counter? No, they don't. Good. Alright, so what's the follow-up? Nothing really good to do on their turn, so I guess we can Imrith. Right? I guess so. Yeah. Let's put a 5/5 with Ward in the battlefield. Let's see how they deal with this. We are officially on the lead. Both players with 3 cards in hand, but our 3 cards are questionable. That's a... wow. That's a Wrath that also almost killed Teferi. Ooh. For 1 loyalty we're safe. Essence Scatter with a brutal card in a match that it's completely useless. So I guess we just can Teferi here, right? Let's not use the Key to the Archive for mana, because Key to the Archive can actually tap for red. So I guess we tap 7 like this and play Teferi. Do they have another counter spell? No, they don't. Okay. All right. So let's draw. That's a good draw. That's a wonderful draw. A card that we can also cast on their turn, because we will untap 2 lands. Wonderful. I like our chances now. Opponent with a 1/1 human from the Castle Ardenvale. Let's untap Ventress and an island. Clock keeps ticking. And opponent attacks the fairy. We will let this go. I'm not going to even kill that or block with Torrential Gearhulk, because Torrential Gearhulk will help us counter some spell. Yes, like this. Kiora Best to See God. Alright, so we flash in the Torrential Gearhulk. Lightning Bolt. Alright, so Little Teferi is down. But Torrential Gearhulk finds us, saw it coming, I guess. Many counter spells do the trick, but saw it coming will do it. And yeah, we continue to develop our board, put pressure on them. So I guess we can even start attacking, because at some point we have to win the game. Really, like, we need to take their life down to 0. Alright. Both players drawing cards. We are finding just lands. So I guess we Doomscar and play the Hollow Fountain tapped. Go to their turn. We have the Touch the Spirit Realm, which can also blink the Torrential Gearhulk. So I guess that's another good play we can do. There's the Narset. And why would I do it now? No way. No, we let Narset go. Let's see what they do. They will do the same trick as before. So they draw and they discard something big. Oh, Jinky Taxis. Wow. Second time the opponent has done that. It's a very nice synergy. I guess we don't even have a way to save him, right? Did we have? Okay. No. So Luxior on Giada. But I guess this is a good moment to use the Lightning Bolt. And what we can do is we can now blink the Gearhulk and discover the formula. Which is a perfect play for us to continue our development. Yeah. So we will get the Gearhulk again and we can flash back. Yep, discover the formula. What do we get? All right. Some cantrips. That's not too bad. You can still find action. Let's go opt. I don't think we have too much blue mana on top. Put the land to the bottom. Draw, anticipate. How many spells can we cast now? I think we can go Brainstorm. Wow, 3 lands in a row. Interesting. Put those 2 back to the top. Now we can anticipate, get rid of those cards. Wow, 3 lands. Opponent, would you allow me to keep drawing cards? All right, there we go. Anticipate. Anticipate gets us what? 3 lands, of course. 2 that we put it to the top and a new one. But we don't have double blue for Deluge. But we can Irrigated Farmland, cycle. Oh, of course. Another land. Why wouldn't we draw another land? Alright, Absorb. That's a good spell. That's a good spell. So I think we are not supposed to play... I mean, we could play Teferi here, but I don't think we're supposed to play Teferi. We don't need actually Teferi right now. We just have a 5/6, some draw spells, some interaction. I guess we're just supposed to absorb something and then Memory Deluge, find another relevant. I guess we can even Deluge twice. Yeah, for sure. We can absorb and play Deluge and flashback Deluge. So if we do that and we are successful at doing that, we will have so many fresh cards in our next turn. And remember, the clock is ticking. So we're at a very good position right now. Cleansing Nova, going to destroy artifacts and enchantments. I guess that's a good reason to absorb. Yeah, that's definitely getting countered. Alright, and opponent scoops it up. Wow, what a crazy game. That was great. So, we have reached the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed playing Teferi, going through the Hell Queue. If you did, if you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing to the channel. We are growing fast. Like crazy. We're about to be 1 million very soon. Or not. And if you're a subscriber, thank you very much. Consider leaving a comment, a like, and we will see each other on the next video.